Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We're here at the first location, our only location of the day. We got an Acura. Summer seems like it's coming to an end. At least the heat is cool out here. We're on day 7, working straight, holding it down. Next week, same thing, no days off. Business is coming, so it's been great for us. We're gonna be doing an engine cleaning, maybe a polish. We're gonna get deep cleaning on this leather, so stay tuned. This is gonna be a good one, and don't forget to take notes.
So it's 6:45, guys, on a Friday morning. It's getting a little bit colder out here. If you notice, we do have a very quiet generator. We're running extremely quiet. We have the generator actually running in the background right now. Pressure washer is hooked up. So what we're gonna do is quietly, we're gonna take care of this engine early in the morning. She just got home from work. The engine's a little bit warm. You want it to be a little bit warm if possible. You don't want it all the way cold, and you don't want it super hot. When it's warm, the dirt and stuff kind of falls off a little bit easier, makes it a little bit easier to pull everything off. Gonna show you how easy it is. This is one of the methods. We already showed you guys the steam. This is going to be the method that we use for cars that don't necessarily need steam. They just need a good, just a good rinse. So I'll show you guys. I already got the wash chems diluted in here, 3 ounces to 1 gallon. We're gonna shoot it on the engine, let it sit, and then we're gonna show you the rinse. We're just gonna let it sit for 2 minutes, then we're gonna rinse it off.
So this big boy is gonna help us get all these small components dry. And that's how we do an engine clean in less than 5 minutes. We got a video on this on wash chems, and also wash chems is gonna be linked in the description below. So the wash is done, the dry is done. The plastic on this motor looks great. So we're not gonna hit it with any dressings at all. And we don't play around with that oily, greasy stuff anyway.
So all done with the engine. We're just gonna go through with the microfiber towel and just kind of knock off any additional water droplets. Other than that, we're not even gonna dress this one. It already looks good. Plastics are nice and rich. So you know what? We already know we're not about that oily, greasy, cheap stuff. So this one's all good, ready to go. And we highly suggest, if you do have an engine on your service package, that you do that prior to washing the outside of the car. Otherwise, you're gonna be getting a clean car dirty again on the outside. With the engine done, now we're gonna move on to the wheels. We're gonna get all the heavy grime, all the heavy soot, all the heavy brake dust off of these guys before we throw on the wash chems.
So for these wheels, we knew the wash chems wouldn't be able to handle it. These wheels haven't been cleaned, it looks like, ever. We cleaned the wheels, so now we're just gonna go ahead and hit it with the wash chems after the initial clean.
You guys already know what time it is. I'm gonna do the dry. You already know what towel I have. We've already talked about this towel. What I'm gonna do, Sal's gonna put me on the clock. He's gonna see how fast I can dry this whole car with just this towel. At the end, we're gonna hit all the cracks and crevices with the big boy to make sure this thing is dialed in. So let's go.
Minute 29.
So we just wrapped up. 1 minute, 25 seconds. It's not bad at all. We're gonna hit the residual with the big boy, and then we're gonna start on the interior.
Man was moving. Got that breathing hard.
Exterior is done for now. We just have to do the final wipe down. We did see some water spots on the surface, so we are going to give it a light complimentary polish. We should be able to knock that out really quickly. We're talking a 10-minute polish. Also, we're going to be treating all of these floor mats. The floor mats are pretty beat up, so as you guys see in the last video, we're going to do the whole stain removal process with the P&S 3-step. All of those you could also find linked in the description below. We're also going to hit this leather, touch up the headliner, get everything nice and clean on all the hard plastics, scrubbed down, exfoliated, and then we're also going to do the finishers on the interior, and then we'll call it a wrap.
So I'm gonna get it started on exfoliating the leather, getting all that loosened up. Joel's gonna get started on the initial blowout. So in this particular case, me and Joel are separating duties. I'm exfoliating the leather, he's gonna do the initial blowout.
We made this decision based on the condition of the vehicle. It's not crazy. There's nothing over the top in here. We're not gonna have to spend extra time on anything in one specific area. So we made the decision to split up. I'll be handling the air, the compressed air. Sal's gonna be exfoliating all hard surfaces and all leather. And then we're gonna jump into steam after a quick vacuum. Then we'll hit the finishers, and then we'll do the final vac, and we'll be done. This decision was made based off of the condition. Again, every vehicle is different. Sometimes we both get on the leather exfoliating, sometimes we're both on air, sometimes we're both on vacuum. The situation is always going to dictate. Assess the situation, see what works best for you, where your management, where your time is going to be utilized the best, and go forward. As you can see, after loosening up, we kicked a lot of stuff out from underneath. So I'm gonna do the first vac right now. This is gonna be the primary vac. This vac will be the last one we do before the final vac. I'm gonna pick up the majority of the stuff, so when I'm steaming, we don't have to worry about going back and vacuuming another round. I'm gonna try to get the bulk of everything out. We're looking at getting about 80% of the vacuuming done now, and then at the very end, after we hit it with steam, push everything out with the steam and the pressure from the steam, then we'll go through and do a quick final vac right before we finish up closing up the doors. So what we have here, we're gonna have the interior floor mats. We have the front interior floor mats, and then we have the back mats. If you take a look, they're in two completely different conditions. It doesn't look like the floor mats in the back get a lot of usage. Here, we're seeing heavy stains. I'm letting these right now dwell. They've been treated with the enzyme cleaner. They're dwelling with Terminator. These here simply have carpet bomber. We're not gonna use the same process, guys. We're not using the same process on these ones on the front than we are in the back. Obviously, we don't need to stress the material with the drill brush if it's unnecessary. Preservation of the material should be number one. When you're learning how to treat materials, when you're learning how to clean materials, you need to know how much abrasives you can use. You need to know if you can only use mild cleaners or stronger degreasers. You also need to know what's gonna break down and deteriorate fabric. So here, like I said, we're going with this just like in polishing. You want to go with the least aggressive method first. Obviously, these back seat mats don't need heavy scrubbing. There's no stains on them. There's no need to drill brush. We're not even putting Terminator on them. So we simply put carpet bomber on them, and then I'm just gonna hit it with the Tornador, give it a wipe down, and it'll be done. Now these guys over here for the front are gonna need the business. We're gonna do the full drill brush. We got the Terminator dwelling. We're gonna shoot the carpet bomber on it. Then we're gonna get the drill brushing. We'll Tornador out a couple times, and then we'll do the final wipe down on those.
Alright, so Joel's on the steam. Exfoliation is done. So what I'm doing, I'm going out behind him and getting the final back done as soon as he's done with this section. And as we're done with that, we'll do the finishers on the inside, and we're gonna get the exterior. So we assessed the paint after the exterior wash, and we noticed some water spots on this part of the vehicle. So I'm going to use our acid treatment process, which we have a full video on, so make sure you check it out. This method, we're going to get these water spots off in less than 5 minutes.
So I was bead making the surface of the vehicle, but Sal's learning a couple different techniques with the acid to remove the water spots. So in the meantime, since I can't do the bead making, since he's working with acid on the surface, I'm gonna go through with my applicator pad and my Shine All. I'll link this in the description below, and I'm gonna take care of the wheels so I'm not just standing around doing nothing. Always gotta stay on top of your time management, guys, and always keep moving so you're staying productive and getting the job done fast. All right, so the customer complained that she had oxidation on the headlights. So it's not a lot. We don't need to do crazy sanding. We don't need to do the full process. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna give her our complimentary service. So I'm just gonna put my headlight restoration compound on a Kirk Franklin throwaway towel. Get this stuff rubbed out. All right, guys, there you have it.
Exterior complete.
Interior fully done. Engine done. Water spot removal complimentary. Headlight restoration complimentary. Knocked it out under 2 hours. We didn't polish this guy, but we are gonna leave you guys with some shots of it. It's looking real nice. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember, like, subscribe, and share. You guys saw a little bit of our time management today. Gave you guys a couple little tips and tricks of orders operations. If you guys have any further questions, remember, hit us on the consulting line. Catch you guys on the next one.
Details out. Absolutely.